Deep
Okay.
breath. You'll be fine.
I'm
I'm so
taking
glad I got
30.
in here. This
I'm
is
just
great.
giddy. I'm just giddy, that's all.
Your camera looks fine. Everything looks good.
Conditions to continue with temperatures only in the low 30s for the next several hours.
Okay, we got to get some words together for Sarah.
On New News at 4.
Sounds
You guys
good.
can do that.
Here, thanks, Dave. A UN rule on nepotism sparked some debate today about hiring. Alex Grinch is Gary
there goes
Payton's
nepotism.
nephew, and
Yeah, I
he's
was gonna
about to
say,
become
there goes
a
that.
music coach. According to
Darn.
English rules and regulations, an administrative superior cannot be a blood relative of
What
an
tablet do you have,
employee.
Kim?
And that brought up the
I
question
have
as to whether
the,
Grinch's administrative superior would be head coach
HTC
Gary
Evo
Pinkel.
for
And he did
Evo
confirm
View
that
4G.
Grinch's
It used to be
administrative superior is
HTC
Dave
Flyer.
Steckel and not Gary Pinkel.
And
However,
Sprint
the
brought
rule
it
is
into
still
their
being
family of
vague. I have
products.
more on that
So
coming
Oh,
up.
it
okay.
now has its own
Newscast.
wireless
Prosecutors
broadband.
dropped a charge
along with
against a
Wi-Fi.
Kansas firefighter accused of stealing from a store after the Joplin tornado. The prosecutor dropped a misdemeanor stealing charge against Matthew Page. So Page could be prosecuted in municipal court. That means Page could face municipal court prosecution with another firefighter facing a
So
similar
what words are
charge.
we going to send Sarah's
In
way today?
international news, a wave of bombings swept across Baghdad today, killing at least 57 people and injuring another 200. It was the worst violence in Iraq in months. Officials said 14 bombs attached to cars, roadside bombs, and vehicles packed with explosives caused the bloodshed. The bombings come at a rocky time in Iraq's political history, just days after American troops pulled out of that country. A top U.S. general blamed
Celebrations.
miscommunication and a lack of trust for an airstrike last month that killed 24 Pakistani troops. The investigating officer says the U.S. troops were fired on first by what they thought were enemy forces.
My son got
Pentagon
an ice
says
cream
the
sandwich
US
and
soldiers
an Nexus
responded
S last
appropriately
night.
based on their information.
Oh, cool.
Since the attack, Pakistan
I didn't know it
has
was
cut
rolling
NATO
out for that one
lines
this soon,
and also
but
thrown U.S.
All of a sudden,
forces
he looked at his
out
phone
of
and he got it, so.
Meanwhile, in North
3.2
Korea, the
is
flag
new.
is still at half staff
What
as
was that?
North Koreans mourn the
Android
loss of leader
3.2
Kim
ice
Jong-il.
cream.
The flag
No, he got
located in the
4.0.
Troops Village
Oh,
is the
4.0.
only section of the
The ice cream
military
sandwich,
zone
yeah.
where the South and
He's
North
up to ice
soldiers
cream. I'm just
stand
getting the
face to
honeycomb.
face. In the capital, state TV says
I have to
children
pull
and
my
other mourners
I have to
are
pull my
laying white
HTC
flowers
Evo
at
out of the
Kim
closet,
Jong-il's
charge it
body
up,
as
put
they
it on the Wi-Fi, and see if I
Despite
can
an
pull down
ongoing drug
those
war, the
latest
Mexican
operating
government is
systems to play with
dissolving
them.
one city's police force. Officials in the Gulf port city of Veracruz say they are trying to root out police
Yeah, I think my
corruption.
tablet has
More than
3.2
800
now.
officers and 300 workers will lose their jobs. The Navy
I
has
only have
taken
a
over
phone,
security
no
in the
tablet.
city. Here closer to home, Secretary of State Robin Carnahan is looking to raise taxes on tobacco products. The American Cancer Society of Cole County is leading a petition drive to try to increase tobacco taxes by
That means I have to
73
install
cents.
all of my
Hear what
apps
you have to
again.
say and go
Oh,
ahead.
joy.
With Caleb Late's Matt
Joyful
Ryan.
joys.
Let me get a drink here a bit.
I must
At
tell you,
least I'll be
you
on honeycomb. Oh, go ahead.
know,
Sorry.
Kim,
Okay, if we could have everybody mute except for Maya.
Okie doke.
Oops, sorry.
Okay.
Everybody mute except for Maya. That would be great. That way we don't hear,
Stray pets.
any typing or anything like that. And Maya, I'm going to pop up your website as well.
I'm glad I made it kind of pretty lately.
And we're next.
We got to get words for you too, Sarah, so watch the chat.
Okay, sounds good.
Joanne is trying to get in. Joanne RN.
Yeah, it's full. Tell her if you can tell her it's full.
Oh.
Okay, and stand by. Everybody can mute except for Maya. That would be great. Mute your audio, not your video. Craig, you can keep your video up if you want. Your video's fine. Just need to mute your audio. Okay, stand by. Here we go, guys. All right, Matt, thanks a lot. Imagine for a moment if you were born neither male nor female. One in every about 2,000 births is an intersex individual, and today we are talking with Maya Posh on our Cyber Couch. How would your parents choose a name for you? How would you decide how to dress yourself? All of those questions are things that Maya has been dealing with her entire life. She is from the Netherlands and has launched a campaign to raise awareness about intersex issues. First off, Maya, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you sharing your story with us today. A lot of people get confused with the word intersex. They think that it means transsexual. Can you explain your situation and what is an intersex individual?
Well, essentially, yeah, it's often confused because it sounds similar, I guess, but the word itself is quite clear. Intersex means between the sexes, between male and female, so it refers to the physical, the body. So, well, intersex, it's not about one condition, it contains lots of conditions. It also occurs in about 1 in every 1,000 cases, up to 1 in every 25, depending on which conditions you include.
1 in 1,000 cases in the entire world.
Yes, exactly.
We here in the United States sometimes refer to it as hermaphrodite. Is that a correct term?
Hermaphrodite is a subform of intersex. I am a hermaphrodite, which is quite rare because it usually involves that male and female embryo merge in the womb, like what happened in my case, with 2 cell lines competing for dominance for the male and female side. Well, there are many other forms. One very common one is called AIS. It's androgen insensitivity syndrome, which means that the testosterone receptors are partially if completely non-functional, which means that all the embryos start off female. The development into a male person then is completely absent or only partial. So you can have a female who is infertile and has XY genes. So,
how difficult has this been for you, Maya? Obviously, you've been struggling with this your whole entire life. You've had multiple surgeries, some of them exploratory surgeries, in order to find which of the organs that you have. What advice would you give to someone going through a similar situation in order to be an intersex individual?
I guess the best advice I can give is that do not stick around too long if the country you're in does not provide adequate health care. I mean, looking back, I should not have tried to get help in the Netherlands for so long. In Germany, I went to 3 clinics. I got the same answer 3 times. In the Netherlands, well, they tried to convince me that I had to be transsexual. Because here in the Netherlands, as I later found out after 7 years, was that here they do not use the term intersex, they use the term DSD, disorder of sexual development, birth defect, meaning that the only possible solution for it is surgery, massive sex reassignment surgery, and you are they were assigned the label transsexual. They went so far as to deny my claims, well, my request, I should say, to have examination performed. They lied about well, medical results, MRI scans. In Germany, they did see a closed-off vagina and such. In the Netherlands, they kept denying that. In the Netherlands, they have faked a mosaic test.
And you've been through an incredible journey, and I'm sure it goes on and on. We want to talk with you a little bit later on in this newscast. You have a blog that I have up right now, and mayaposh.com. If you'd like to check it out, it's also on our Facebook fan page, Google+, Twitter as well. And we want to talk with you in just a moment a little bit more about your blog and your efforts to raise awareness for intersex individuals. Maya Posh, I appreciate you joining us. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Dave?
Sarah, being outdoors tonight, walking from the car into the stores, to the parking lot may not be much fun as our temperatures are going to be in the chilly 30s. In fact, they're already there. Nothing new there. It's cloudy, foggy, and just uncomfortable. Full forecast coming up on News at 4.
Maya, thank you very much. We're going to talk with you some more in the next segment if you're able to stick around. Are you able to stick around?
Definitely.
Okay. I'd like to read a little bit from your blog. Specifically, There was a post, and I'm reading to you now. I'm lost. I'm afraid that if I continue living, things will become even worse. Above all, I know, I feel, I realize, I'm aware, I am pained. I want to run away from the fact that I am a freak. Maybe I'm not a freak, but I cannot convince myself that I am not. This morning I did manage to take a shower, even though it's still hard to see my own body in the mirror. It's my own small victory for a brief moment. So I'd like to read a little bit of that and talk with you a little bit more about how this technology and Hangouts have allowed you to talk about your situation and also connect with other people who are going through similar situations as well.
Okay.
Yeah. You're doing great, lady. A difficult, difficult, and you all guys can unmute your mics now. Thank you.
Yay!
You did great, Maya.
I was silently cheering.
Very moving. Very moving.
That was really good, Maya. Good job.
Well, I've had some practice. It's not like this is the first time doing an interview or anything, so.
Maya, we've got a lot of people watching on our live stream right now as well.
Yeah, I should check up on any comments in the chat, I guess. If I can find it.
Is everybody seeing everyone at the bottom of who is in here? I'm only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There are only 8 in the on-air Hangouts.
Yeah, for on-air.
And I'd like to share this link with you.
Oh.
And if you guys could chat here, there are people watching and chatting it. KYMU.com streaming-newscast. It's Bachman, Dave. Bachman.
Thank you.
If you guys would chat there,
Okay.
that way people outside the Hangout can chat with you guys.
I was
or ask
looking for the
questions
link.
of Maya.
I was looking for the link.
Also, you might want to pause the video or mute it so that you won't hear that and the Hangout at the same time, because you will be able to hear the on air at the same time that that you're listening to us if you haven't done it before.
You can go to the streaming page and just don't start the video if you don't want the interference. And then dealing with looking at the
and it's KOMU.com
chat.
/streaming-newscast for you guys watching at home.
Gosh, I don't know about you guys, but that excerpt that Sarah read left me unable to speak.
Yeah. Was that the one that you shared on G+, Maya?
Which one?
The one that Sarah just read. I'm trying to remember. I think that was the one that caught my eye, and I mentioned it to her.
Well, the story she posted, the story, Maya, that you posted today about your treatment being hauled off to prison and badly treated was also quite disturbing.
Yeah, it is. When that, faculty called for the appointment, it kind of came back to me, let's put it that way. Because it's,
that was a while ago, right, that happened?
It was in May of this year, and I mean, I can't even think back to it. It's too traumatic.
Craig just said that you're doing a great job on the stream.
Daniel Wheel says, +1, Maya.
That's on the backside of the cool front, and it is cold. Air mass coming down. It's going to produce probably a low temperature tomorrow morning at 22 degrees.
That didn't take long to update. It took 15 minutes for my tablet to update.
Okay, questions for me. This is going to be interesting.
Well, I was asking if anyone had questions for you.
Yes, Sarah is asking the same thing.
Great minds think alike.
Saturday and Sunday as well, so the Christmas weekend.
You hear that, Jake?
Good, resplendent.
GMTA.
High temperatures in the middle 40s both Saturday.
Joanne. Okay, she's circled. Joanne was trying to get into the Hangout. Here's her.
Temperature should be.
There's a link to her profile in case you didn't see it in the stream.
That is great. That is resplendent. I love that. In today's Kudos segment, we are giving out kudos to Southern Hospitality. Check out this ad that the SLU Tigers purchased in support in a Shreveport newspaper. The newspaper will publish this ad tomorrow leading up to the Mizzou's Independence Bowl game against the North Carolina Tar Heels in Shreveport. That ad says, from the LSU Tigers to the Missouri Tigers, good luck in the Independence Bowl. It also asks Shreveport to come out and support the SEC's newest member and welcomes Mizzou to the SEC as well. So, classy move from the #1 team in the country to welcome Mizzou and show some of their Southern hospitality. Kudos to LSU and the Tigers out there as well. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello to everyone watching on our live stream. David Phillips, Joanne, Roman, April from the Rainbow House. Craig, I know you're in there too. Daniel, hello Daniel. Well, just wanted to say hello. We appreciate you guys checking in. Maya's going to share a little bit more of her story and also from her blog. Here in probably about 10 minutes, you think? Yeah.
If you log in with your Facebook account, it will show your picture.
Hi, Al Navis.
Al
Navis is also watching on the live stream.
Hi, Al.
Hi, Al. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Do you got a cold, Craig?
You noticed something.
No?
Yeah.
I did. I can tell your nose looks raw. That's how good your camera is.
See,
yeah, even without the reindeer thing.
It's the new Mac with its high-def camera. I don't like it. I'm going to put a bad camera.
Poor Craig.
Daniel, you're a mess.
I'm glad I tuned down the lighting in here.
Yeah, Al, her story is very compelling. You were saying they were reading your story on the blog.
I'm getting more fans, yay.
The more people know and hear stories like yours, the more people understand.
So, Sarah, you know how to say Merry Christmas in Hawaiian, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. Mele Kalikimaka. Jim Sai is also, or is it Sear? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right, Jim, but appreciate you checking in. And Chad Kaczynski, Aaron Furman, Colin Hill, also watching.
Hi, Aaron.
Pawan Dixit, and Arlene Boyd.
Oh, she's in Hawaii.
Arlene Boyd says, wow, Maya Posh, sounds like you've been through the fire. Hopefully you'll get some comfort from a supported community online.
Yeah, I read it. Yay.
Stand by. What's that?
Look at all that support. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of us love to give and receive, don't we, those Christmas cards? And as NBC's Kevin Tibble explains, one Minnesota family takes their annual tradition to the extreme. You got to see this.
2.5 minutes to get to HB.
There go the pages on the floor.
Actually,
I have a special sound effect.
I know. Actually, I've got a little bucket right here. Can you see it?
Did they give you a bucket now?
I got my own. I got my own little bucket.
Wow! They got tired of picking it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Steph has to pick it up.
Oh, poor Steph.
Oh.
Did you guys see me doing my happy dance?
Usually I throw them on the floor, but this is Seth. Wave, Seth.
We used to love to see Seth.
Seth
We used to love to see Seth sneak around the side of the monitor and collect your pages.
I'm going to head to the other studio here. Seth's going to clean up my mess.
Now it's in a container.
Guys, I am so happy I'm doing my happy dance. I do not have to reinstall any of my applications.
Amazing.
All I had to do was do updates on 3 of them.
Wow.
I have 40-some applications.
So this is gingerbread, or this is ice cream sandwich?
Honeycomb. I just upgraded from gingerbread to honeycomb.
All right.
That doesn't make sense to me. In the Christmas season, wouldn't you want to stay with gingerbread?
You know, I kind of walked into that one, I know. I admit, I walked into that one. It's got a really different interface.
Yeah, it does. They do keep changing it, you know. I mean...
Ooh, sweet! Ooh, oh! Ooh.
Well, Maya, good luck in the second half of the show. I'm going to bug her out and leave some room for someone else. I'll go watch on the live stream. But once again, great job. You're a brave, brave, brave soul, and I admire you for what you're doing.
Well, it's also kind of fun, so.
Good. Keep the positive attitude. We're all with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, somebody just posted a video on the KM Dan.
Dan posted an excerpt.
Very special. And also special. Yay, it's Bobby Joe.
Aww.
Yeah. Is it ugly sweater day again?
That's what I'm
Hey, Bobby Joe. That's a nice video that Dan made. Oh, go ahead.
I
Sorry.
just wanted to pop in and say hey to Maya, and I'm watching your show, and I'm doing multitasking and stuff, but I'll let somebody else come in because I've been a part of these on-air things a million times already. But just wanted to let you know I'm passing it out for everybody, so take care and good luck and have fun. And Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Same to you.
For some reason, I want to say Feliz Navidad. I just want to burst out and sing that song. I have no idea why. It's not like I speak Spanish or anything.
Stand by.
Oh my God, I'm going to have so... I mean, I might actually cross the 5,000 followers today.
Sarah, thanks very much. Well, this first one is would test if you're a dog lover. This would really test your patience. Here's a dog who apparently was frustrated with the fact that he didn't have a door of his own, so he made a door of his own. So, yes, winning at 40 doors. Don't you know there's folks looked in when they came home? Take a look. You know, we talk about sage advice at critical times.
Joanne's in here. Hi,
Hello, Joanne. For business investing, and he says avoid stock in companies that could go bankrupt. Very sage advice.
We're being encouraged
to sing. That's Dave's faves for today. We'll be back in just a moment.
As a choir.
You see, you used to sing with Joanne in the choir, Kim?
No. Dan is encouraging the KOMUG Plus choir to go for it.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
You don't really use this much anymore, do you?
Oh, sing.
Can we do it?
With red carpet.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do it.
Story and
do what?
Social media.
Sing?
Do choir.
Okay, Sarah has to join in. She can't hear us, darn. She doesn't have her ear in.
We can still talk about her, yay.
All I keep coming, it keeps coming to my head. Feliz Navidad. That's all I know. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Oh.
Sorry.
Dreidel, dreidel.
Oh, gosh. I haven't heard that since I was a music teacher in elementary school.
You were a music teacher, awesome.
Yes, to elementary school kids.
Yay! Most fun.
Oh yeah, I taught. I was a traveling music teacher, which meant I went to 3 different schools per day and taught kindergarten to 6th grade, different classes every day.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. We had one of those too at a rural primary school. It was kind of fun.
So we had to do the dreidel.
We didn't have that one. We had different ones, Dutch things, so yeah.
Kim, you're in U.S., right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was accepted to Juilliard. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, that's in Washington, D.C., right? Is it?
New York.
Or New York. New York.
That's a very famous music school, right?
Yes.
Oh my god, it's all lagging here. Well, browser window, not video fortunately, but...
Maya.
Yeah?
Dan Weil says he's uploading some lyrics.
I'm terrified already.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see, the video. Have they produced that video yet, Kim, about the 12 Days of Christmas?
I have a question out for Robert now, and hopefully I'll hear something today.
Okay.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Joanne. Good to see you.
Oh,
Nice.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Joanne, we're going to talk with Maya coming up after. We're going to do a news block, and then we're going to come back and talk with Maya.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Yeah, Maya, if you need any support whatsoever, I just want to reach out to you.
Nathan Higgins.
Thank you. At the moment, sharing my videos and story is the most important thing, I guess.
Since it comes out of Maya's.
I've got a lot of that on my OG Plus profile, website, everything, so just look around, see what you can use.
If you ever need an ear to talk to someone medically, I don't know how comfortable it is where you are, or if you have questions, please feel free. And I can, if I don't know, I'll find out.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, Dan just put up the lyrics to Feliz Navidad.
Where?
Oh my.
In the stream on.
I'm afraid to click on anything, Kim. I don't want to go nowhere.
Oh, it won't close the window.
Mhm.
Oh,
just a reminder that even though we're not on the air, we're streaming.
Mm-hmm.
No, hit me.
So you're fine for now. I'll have you mute in the next block. I just wanted to let you guys know that. So.
Bye, Dan. Oh, I guess he signed out.
Yeah, Dan's gone. That's why I was. He just posted the lyrics. Dan Wells, not Dan Inlow.
Oh, I see it. Oh my.
That song is in my head now. I can't get it out. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
I was looking forward to video from that, weren't you? That'd be neat to see down there. In our news today, the contract between Express Scripts and Walgreens ends in just 10 days. That means people who fill their prescriptions at Walgreens through Express Scripts will have to pay more or switch pharmacies. The University of Missouri and the state carry Express Scripts. To find out the full details, you can visit our website. It's at KOMU.com. We wanted to see what you will do now that the contract is up. Will you pay more or to stay with Walgreens, or are you going to pick a new pharmacy? KOMU8's Matt Moreno joins us from the social media desk with your responses.
Are we supposed to be mute now, Sarah?
Sven, thanks for your comment. Good to see you watching.
Probably not yet. Sarah will tell us, I suppose.
Oh, we can talk? Okay.
Yeah.
And so the caption's still in the next block. I guess we could do it at the top of the block.
Sarah, did you see that? I just got a confirmation from the FDA about the Enfamil.
Oh, what did it say?
There was definitely a death that was connected to.
Yeah, we had a story about that earlier.
Okay,
but is there new information that it was?
They need to make sure, this is just from my inside, they need to make sure even if they got samples from like a drug rep or from their doctor's office, they need to really keep an eye, you know.
Okay, I can mention that too. I'll mention that too.
Sad.
All right, thanks a lot. Across the globe, people are getting ready for Christmas. In a tiny town in cash-strapped Spain, is now $940 million richer just days before Christmas. $940 million. 1,800 tickets match the winning numbers picked today. Each winner will receive more than $500,000. That lottery began nearly 200 years ago and has become a favorite holiday tradition. I can see why. $940 million. That's awesome. And in Japan, Santa brought some holiday cheer to children who survived Japan's earthquake and tsunami. Children were excited to see Santa, who traveled all the way from Finland. The children were in the school last March when the tsunami flooded their school and also knocked out the heat. Well, these guys are trying to make their Christmas shopping just a wee bit merrier. 3 friends all made fake shopping lists for each other. Have you seen this video? They had to go in a store and ask each worker what each item was, and it was a Christmas prank that will put the jingle in your holiday spirit. Okay. So we're coming up in the next block. And Chad Kazansky, good to see you on the live stream as well. Glad you're here today, as well as Bill Cobb. And Daniel Wheel just uploaded a video. Who is that, Dan? It looks like Bob Dylan.
Jose Feliciano.
Okay, sounds good. Sven just put on our live stream, he says, hello everyone, accidentally ran into this on G+, and I was touched and caught into this. I normally skip those things, but I had to be here for that purpose. Maya, rock on.
Yeah, see? Got a lot of support here.
Yay.
So we got a 2-minute commercial break, and then we'll come back with Maya. More of Maya.
Yay.
Yay.
All right, and we'll mute ourselves then.
Yeah, and you don't need to mute now. Just when we get ready to start. And if anybody's watching on the live stream, you're more than welcome to hop in and join.
Yeah.
We can still host a few people, yes.
Yeah.
I'm nearing the... I'm almost at 700 followers. Yay.
Chad, how do you pronounce your name? Knazinski? Knazinski. I totally butchered it. I know I did. Chad Knazinski.
Sarah, you have a word in the chat.
Chat
it's
thingy.
from Chad.
Okay.
Closer than listening.
It means lacking all or most of the hair on the head or bald.
What? Okay, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Me neither.
I know alopecia, but not...
Okay.
I've never heard of that one.
Maya.
G Plus hit 150 million users. Did you hear that?
Woo! And how many months has it been on? Live?
6, I think. Oh, live, I don't know, but 6.
6. It'll be 6 in 6 days that it's been published.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Google. Yeah.
So you do a little weather, then I'll go to the Hangout.
Uh-oh, she's going to go for it, guys. Calvus.
Calvus.
And you have to include the definition so people know what the word is.
Why?
Calvus. Okay, stand by. Calvus. Bring it, Chad. I may not be able to pronounce your name, Chad, but I can get that secret word. You bet.
What does it mean?
It means someone who doesn't have hair, right?
Wow.
Calvus?
Yep.
Yeah. Balding or totally bald.
I'm sure you told them that the attachment has been moved to the next block.
To the next block.
So E0, 8, 9, and 10 have been floated out of this block.
Into the F block, right? Yeah.
So we're doing the weather and the Hangout, but no caption.
Yep, got it.
Correct, not in this block.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a good question. We'll quickly
And we're coming out to the Hangout full, so if you guys want to wave or give a U sign or whatever you would like to do, we have a shot on you. Welcome back to U News at 4. Everybody in our Hangout is getting into the holiday spirit there with their reindeer noses and everything else. We're so glad that all of you joined us as well. It is December 22nd, and it is dark out there. Why is it dark out there? Because it's the winter solstice and cold out there as well. Anybody who's Calvis or bald or anything like that would have a difficult time because, you know, you need to wear a hat without any hair.
You did it. Wonderful. I'll tell you what, it is dark out there, but that's because there's clouds between the sun and us, and a very thick layer of clouds. So it's rather dismal out there, foggy, windy, and obviously cold. And there's some snow up in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Fortunately, none of that is hitting the ground, at least not in Missouri. So there's a complete look here at our local viewing area, and obviously that's scanning clearly right now. But if you're going to be outdoors, boy, wear a heavy coat. It is just really chilly out there. The temperatures hanging in the low 30s. That northerly wind makes the low 30s feel like the low 20s.
It does indeed. One of the things that's getting a lot of comments right now, a lot of people are chatting on our streaming page about this individual right here, Maya Posh. She's from the Netherlands, and she's been sharing her story on a lot of her social networking sites about intersex issues. Maya is an intersex individual. We appreciate you coming back to share more of your story. First off, explain to the people at home, what is an intersex individual? How would you describe your situation?
An intersex individual is someone who is born with both male and female characteristics, which can range from well, having both sets of genitals, hermaphrodites, or something in between.
Okay. I want to share a little bit of your blog. You have a blog at mayaposh.com, and I want to read a little bit of this to you. You say, I am lost, I'm afraid that if I continue living, things will become even worse. Above all, I know, I feel, I realize, I am aware, I am pained. I want to run away from the fact that I am a freak. Maybe I'm not a freak, but I cannot convince myself that I am not. This morning I did manage to take a shower, even though it's still hard to see my own body in a mirror. It's my own small victory for a brief moment. And Maya, those are your words. What has that been like to write that words, and also not only write them, but from the support that you've got from people online, people on many different platforms?
Well, those words are basically the raw pain I feel inside for 7 years. Well, technically it's my whole life so far, because I've never understood what was going on with my body. And the past 7 years I've had physicians, psychologists and others basically insist that I was crazy, that I was transsexual, that I didn't know my own body. And I mean, even if I had full support environment, it would still be hard. Having your total, complete environment working against you, it's beyond terrible. And I'm really glad that I finally found some support here on Google Plus, on the first real social networking site.
And so what do you think needs to be done, Maya? And tell us about the petition that's on your blog and your website now.
Yeah, I started a petition together with a couple of other people to basically, it's about upholding the human rights for intersex people because they are being violated in extreme fashion. I mean, it starts with the infants, because so many infants are born with genitals which are partially male-female or at least ambiguous. They have surgery performed on them when they aren't even a month old, and all too often it's the wrong choice. And those surgeries are not medically required. They lead to a lot of grief later on in life. They should not be performed. It should be the choice of their own, of the child itself, once it's old enough to make a decision.
And have you made that decision yet, Maya? Have you decided what's right for you?
Well, I haven't had such a kind of surgery, fortunately, because it wasn't visible from the outside that something was going on. Well, what I've decided is that I am intersex, I am hermaphrodite, I will always remain like this. I am keeping the parts I do have which are functional, because I mean most what I have are remnants. The only thing which is, well, kind of have is a penis, which isn't really like a real one, but similar enough. So I'm keeping that. It's practical, and because I also have a vaginal remnant, I'm having an artificial vagina created next year, hopefully. And that's all what I want. Then I am complete, because I am a hermaphrodite, and that's just who and what I am.
All right, Maya. Well, I appreciate you sharing that story with us. I know that's been very difficult for you to share, but we appreciate you passing that along to us. And good luck to you in your future endeavors, Maya.
Thank you.
All right. We'll check in with Angie Bailey for a look at what's ahead on the 5 o'clock news. One brave woman, Maya.
I feel a bit empty now.
Yeah.
It does feel good, I must say.
To talk about it, does it feel good?
Oh, yes. Especially on air. I mean, with so many people listening and knowing that something could happen as a result of this, I mean, that's great.
Yeah,
a relief.
Are there many organizations in the Netherlands that you're able to connect with? Are there any associations? Because I know there's one intersex association in North America.
That definitely doesn't exist anymore. It had its name changed, different structure. But anyway, they are not supportive. I've had contact. Well, tried to contact them. They are only occupied with the political part. They basically just have a lot of dinner parties with politicians. They've never helped me. Helped never any other intersex people. They're just useless. I mean, I've had some big arguments with them. And they're useless as far as I can tell.
So your support networks, really are online then? Is that correct?
Yes, essentially, correct. So here in Netherlands there's nothing. I mean, we've got one AAS Netherlands, which doesn't do anything. They don't do anything politically. You cannot get in contact with other people. You can just get some basic information. That's it. And so there is absolutely nothing. And you've got, it's just, no, there are no words for how pathetic it is.
There are no words, but you have written some very prophetic words in your blog.
Well, I try.
I'm sure that's probably therapeutic for you, a little bit.
Yeah, I had to do it. So, just sharing my story.
Sharing your story, indeed. All right, they're going to move you around here, so if you guys want to put on your seatbelts. Hi, Sean. We're in the middle of a live newscast right now. Feel free just to hang out and watch our nonsense ensue here. It's kind of organized chaos.
Another word for Sarah.
We co-host the show with a live cyber couch via Google Plus Hangout. And you guys are displayed, if you can see, in a 50-inch touchscreen monitor. And so we have been interviewing Maya today. And we're almost to the end of our newscast. We've got about 15 more minutes yet. So sit back. It's nice to meet you. Where are you from, Sean?
I am floating in space and time.
You can drop caption at contest if you want.
Sarah, real quick question for you. What's the latest that you can receive the video tomorrow from Robert?
The latest? What do you mean?
The video link for...
Oh, I would need it by 2:30.
Nope,
2:30? Okay, I'll let him know. I was just talking to him, and he wanted to know the drop dead time.
Yeah, 2:30 Central would be my deadline in order to get it. We have to put it through a program called KeepVid.
Okay. I told him noon, but if you can get 2:30, I think he'll be very happy with that.
Build some safety there. Noon is good. So Maya, are there more support in Canada, or Canada is it any better?
Oh yes. The main problem here in the Netherlands is that it's very chauvinistic. So there is only normal, and everything which falls outside that is not acceptable. That's why he has this strong urge to make me normal, basically.
Yeah. Part of it is the society awareness. I mean, I think the BBC UK documentary that helps to bring out the message. I mean, it actually does happen more often than people realize. And
oh yes, definitely. It's a really big tragedy. It's big taboo. It's basically like a situation with homosexuality in the 1950s. It didn't exist back then.
Yeah.
Socially.
And the doctors in the old days, in the old thinking, I mean, all they do is deny the surgery, and with a baby, I mean, they think that they can make the changes, and like you said, it could be the wrong
It's a really old belief. Because back in the 60s, 70s already, they did this, basically, one experiment on a intersex child, and they picked the wrong one, but they thought that just by raising a child as a boy or a girl would mean that a child would become a boy or a girl, depending on what you chose, but doesn't work. It's not. It
doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that. People will always be what they are inside their head.
It's going to warm up to 45 degrees and plenty of sunshine both Saturday.
So we have two words for you, Sarah: cantankerous and étouffé.
Sounds good, Dave. In our caption contest today, who do we have? We have an adorable fella there in bib overalls. Jim Williams shared that photo. And Rebecca Smith captioned, "See what happens when you get into a fight with a tiger in a construction zone?"
Tammy Polstrom says Lumberjack Bob and his kitty.
And Geraldine Wolverton captioned this, forget their yellow brick road, follow me.
Thumbs up.
Indeed, if you have a photo that you
She's going to come to us and ask
upload
about
it to the U News tab of our website, and the photo with the most likes, they get a thumbs up from our Hangout. They also get verbal praise as well. We like that. And now for someone who's always in yellow striped bib overalls. Ooh. We'll have to check in with Jim Reed just a little bit later. He's not on now. But now, we're going to go to a video that could very well win the award for the cutest video of the year. Who wouldn't want a Christmas like this? Here's Puppy Christmas.
Oh, I have to watch that.
Okay, guys.
You got two words, Sarah. Cantankerous and étouffé. Oh, she doesn't have
He doesn't have the address. And anyway, I'm going to hop up, guys, now.
Okay.
It's great for me to support Maya you a little bit here. So.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck. Keep in touch. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye, Kimpton.
Bye.
Sarah, you have two words: cantankerous and étouffé.
Étouffé.
It's muted.
Étouffé.
Étouffé.
It's a Cajun
cantankerous. And what was the other one? Étouffé?
Étouffé.
Étouffé is a dish found in both Cajun and Creole cuisine.
Dave
knew that one, and I'm like, you can tell how much I cook.
I'll tell him I cooked some.
Water.
Tell Dave that I cooked some this past week.
Kim says she cooked some this week, Dave. She cooked some étouffé. What'd you say, Sean?
An étouffé is a sauce complement to any other dish. A dish treatment. An étouffé
This block is a little different.
A creamy.
We're going to start with Sarah, then we're going to package. Then Sarah, you'll be at the news desk.
A creamy treatment to any other given dish.
I'll set up for you. So you're my
okay. Got it. Étouffé.
Oh, actually, G0, 1, 2, and 3 are dropped. We will just start with the news, with these
G0,
four.
1, 2, and 3 are dropped.
Oh, hi,
so Sarah,
Gary.
you can head to AD.
And I will head to AD.
It's blacked out.
No, AD. Yeah.
Okay, you snuck in. Oh, you came in when Kimpton was leaving out. Gotcha.
Okay, I'll be back, guys. Étouffé and cantankerous. I might be in the other studio when I say it.
Oh, so that means we got
to Étouffé, cantankerous.
So we have to watch the stream to see it. Oh, Gary Leah.
Yep.
Oh, yes, Kenneth, it is yummy.
Maya. Is there a lag?
No, we can hear you.
No, it seems to be fine.
Could I ask you a question?
Sure.
As far as your health care, is that completely covered with what your choices are?
Depends on whether they approve it, because I cannot get a surgery in the Netherlands. That's why I really hope I get a job in Norway, because there it would probably be covered. Because the previous surgery I had in Germany, and my insurance company had to approve it, the surgery.
Hello.
Whether it's covered or not is completely up to them.
Would you consider coming to the United States if that was able to be funded?
I've considered everything. I mean, I've even had contact with Johns Hopkins, but they refused me to even look at me.
What is your age again?
28.
Okay. What about University of
Coach
Penn?
Mr. Vino's alongside, and many of us looking forward to tonight's game as I think the really first big test.
I haven't tried any other place in the United States, not really at least. I've asked a few people to ask around for me, but well, Mayo Clinic did not have any kind of requests or capabilities in that area.
I just searched University of Pennsylvania in my
Missouri
area.
slightly favored from what I hear, but Illinois got some big men.
Yeah, Illinois
They have
Well,
done before, so I'll look into that and get some information.
Thank you.
Big team, but Missouri, of course, has been talented and successful.
I've done a lot of research myself already, so I'm a bit tired of it.
Just work really hard up and down the court.
Tiger football team's already in Shreveport, no doubt.
Got
You
there
did
yesterday,
awesome,
Dave, and they
and
play Monday afternoon.
I'm
at, 4
excited
o'clock,
to
so,
hang out with you as you
All right.
did your first interview with Sarah.
That's Chris Vino.
Yay!
Yay!
It's kind of fun. I mean, Sarah is one of the nicest people I've had an interview with so far. Although this lady in the last television show I was in the Netherlands, she was also quite nice. But Sarah is even nicer, I think.
Of course.
Sarah has just this way of making you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Great places with you.
Hey, moving.
They're going to ask us to do to you
Okay.
again, and I think we'll be out. Sarah she normally comes back. If she's not going on the 5 o'clock, she'll come back. He's going to do a you like this, and then we're going to do our you. Yeah, final you of the day.
Yeah, yesterday we did a wave by an accident. Yeah, some of the artists did it, everybody went along, and we don't ignore that there was a you given, so.
Stand by, Dave, and reminder, push the brake.
All the letters, yay. I like the site.
Sure, another look at that forecast as we begin wrapping up the show today. It looks really good, though, for the Christmas holiday weekend. Take a look